230 years and 1 day ago, Congress ratified the Bill of Rights, which consisted of 10 of James Madison's 12 proposed articles of amendment to the United States Constitution. The third article was originally proposed as two separate provisions, the second of which read, in part, "The freedom of the press shall not be infringed." The final phrasing dictated in part that Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of the press. While a commendable sentiment, the freedom of the press has been regularly curtailed throughout American history under the pretense of national security, particularly by the Espionage Act of 1917, which criminalized statements intended to cause insubordination, disloyalty, mutiny, or refusal of duty in the United States military, and made them punishable by a fine of up to $10,000 and/or up to 20 years in prison. While the Senate debated the provisions of the act, President Woodrow Wilson openly insisted that authority to exercise censorship over the press is absolutely necessary to the public safety. The Espionage Act was further extended by the Sedition Act of 1918, which criminalized any disloyal, profane, scurrilous, or abusive language used against the United States government, the American flag, or the United States military, and made that punishable by up to 20 years in prison as well. The Sedition Act was eventually repealed in December of 1920, but the Espionage Act still remains in effect today, and was used to charge Daniel Ellsberg and Anthony Rousseau Jr. with a felony after they published the report of the Office of the Secretary of Defense Vietnam Task Force, also known as the Pentagon Papers, in the New York Times in 1971. But the Supreme Court ruled in New York Times Company v. United States that Ellsberg and Rousseau were in fact protected under the First Amendment.